It's time to pop that tonic for trace detection and move on to the third set of tasks. I'm Professor Voqas, and this is Harry Potter Wizard Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
As you can see, we're right where we left off last time. I've opened up the game a couple times. I haven't been able to really play like a session. So even though I could have potentially done the tonic and maybe even done 30 minutes, I wasn't ready to do a video. So I went ahead and saved it for you guys. So let's back out, let's go to the vault, and let's go ahead and pop a tonic for trace detection. We're gonna put a Barufios on too. So let me put not a healing potion. Let me put the Barufios on first, and then I'll put the tonic on, then we'll go back in. Back at the tasks, you can see, go ahead and I finished that, so let's collect that, get those healing potions, and then let's collect those final rewards, the 3 restricted section books mainly, but let's move on to the 4th set of tasks, essentially. So, 7,000 wizarding experience from traces on the map. That's why we busted that tonic out, and we have the Barufios going. Honestly, that's gonna happen pretty quickly, so we should definitely finish that today within the next 30 minutes, really, within this next tonic for trace detection. Honestly, I expect it to happen within probably 10 or 15 minutes, especially if I use my trace charm on something a little higher threat foundable. Collect 5 brilliant prisoner of the vow runestones. Finally, we can go to the registry. Let's see how far in I am. Do I get all of them right now? Or do I still need to go catch some more brilliant foundables? We'll see in a second. So that's one. Oh, yeah. I already saw it at the top of the screen. It already popped up. I'm going to get at least 5. So when it's at the 3rd set of tasks like this, it generally tends to finish for me at this point. I've definitely caught enough at that point to get this far ranked up. In addition to some of the family experience you get rewarded from the 1st and 2nd set of tasks, that obviously helps that along as well. In the end, I made it up to rank 8. So if we go back over to the tasks, what we're looking, I see a high threat foundable there. I'm probably gonna throw a trace charm on it, unless it's from my tonic for trace detection, then I'll wait until I see something else. But collect 5 brilliant prisoner of the vow runestones. Let's go ahead and collect that. And then earn 7,000 wizarding experience is what we're about to do. And then the 15,000 wizarding challenges, I'm not even worried about that. I might do it later today. It's going to be a quick session today. My main goal today was just to get to here, use that tonic, get those rune stones, and make it through 7,000 wizarding experience so that I can do the 15,000 wizarding challenges later tonight. So for tomorrow's session, I can actually work on the 4th set of tasks, and then I kind of have the weekend to work on the bonus tasks. Anyway, let's get walking around. I'm down here in Durham, North Carolina at South Point. If you've watched my videos before, you have seen me here before for sure. But I'll certainly show you some of the fountains that are here and stuff like that, and show you some of the highlights of what I'm catching. So let's get to it. As you saw from the montage, there were definitely more than enough emergency level foundables. A lot of the actual, ridiculous spells, of course. One of them happened to not be on my tonic for trace detection, so I threw a trace charm on one. So I actually finished that in probably it was probably like 7 or 8 minutes into that tonic after I walked away from the last shot that I finished at least the task itself. Other than that, I kept walking around. You can see I have 3 minutes left on the Barufios, because even after I finished that, I wanted to make most use of the Barufios, so I still ran around, got some experience, as well as looking at some of the fountains, which if the heat index wasn't over 100 today, it would probably be a really delightful walk, but when you're in the sun, it's really exhausting. So as you can see, I got the 7,000 wizarding experience from traces on the map, which again, like I said, that shouldn't be too much trouble, even if you don't have Barufios, just running around doing normally, because even if I didn't have the Barufios, since I got that within the first 10 minutes, 10 minutes later, I probably would have had the rest of it just by catching normal stuff. So easy enough to finish finish that task. You may have also noticed I put in omnoculars in there because I still find them to be pretty rare. So when I find them, it's still a big surprise to me, just like it was before when they were really rare. I don't know if you guys, if you've played a while, you remember that time when omnoculars were very hard to find. They had an event with them, so we all kind of filled up, got all those images placed if we hadn't already. And then we were kind of done with them, and that's where I am now. But just to see them, I figured I'd put it in the montage so you could see. They are still appearing some. This is an area, this mall area is tons of spawns, tons of inns, that kind of thing, even without a tonic or any dark detectors or anything. So it is a nice place to come to load up on energy. And when an event like this, when I need foundables of any sort, if I need brilliant foundables, whatever, I can just really load up on that. Over here at my port keys, you can see I've got 3 walked already. I'm 0.5 through my 4th one, and then I have the 5th one. Again, I'm just trying to get these walked by the time I finish the 4th set of tasks. It's not a requirement, but if I have those 5 fragments, I can place that image when I get to the bonus task. Won't place it before the bonus task. So if I walk them all, I'm actually not even going to open them. I'm just going to leave them here, get to the bonus tasks, open them, get the fragments so I can place that image as one of the 5 that I need to place. In addition, when I do these foes here, I'm not going to use brilliant runestones because I could get fragments, of course. I think it's Madame Rosmerta, but I don't need them because in the 4th set of tasks, you are specifically tasked with getting 3 fragments. So I'm not going to use them until I get to the 4th set of tasks, which also involves getting wizarding experience in challenges, which, by the way, is one of my pet peeves, is putting to defeat foes in step 3 and then in step 4 to get wizarding experience from challenges. Put all the challenge stuff in one set of tasks. That set of tasks becomes the, hey, we're challenging you to go into fortresses to do these things, not here, do a little bit of fortresses, and when you get done, they're like, oh wait, go back and do some more. It is annoying to have to go through both sets. I don't really see how it would get us to spend more money or anything either, so it really isn't like something where we're using silver keys where we would then maybe use stuff in the shop. So from a business sense, I don't even understand why it would make sense to do it both ways. If you can tell me why that would be a good idea, put it in the comments, because I am curious to know why wizarding challenges, having us do more of them, would make any difference except using more energy. Last thing I wanted to show you guys before we end this video was I had talked about showing you where I had ended up for the 1920s thing in a previous video, and then I never came back to it in that video. I noticed that the other day. I was like, oh, we'll come back and look at this to see where I am. So you can see for Circuits Arcanus, I actually got 2 drops of the Maledictus poster, which are kind of the hardest thing. That's the really low drop rate, which I think they're estimating now it's like 6%. They've kind of done for each of them, and the Maledictus I think might be more like 10%. You have a 10% chance of getting that at any given time. So I ended up getting 2 of those, none of the other 2, which we'll look in a second. You see I got some fragments on the other ones, and on the next page, again, a couple fragments of 3 things, but I am still missing 2 different things on this page on the Paris Street. And then for Newt's Menagerie, I'm also missing a couple things, the Paris Newt and then Bunty. But I did get at least 1 fragment of the other 3 things. And so that right there was on 18 port keys. And I really, at that point, I wasn't going to do any more. I even threw a couple extra silvers in, much to my chagrin. I really was planning on only doing the gold after the initial 10 I did. But because I had some at the end, I threw those silver keys in. So you can see this is where I am after 1 event. My hope, as always, as I've stated before, is that I hope they make other ways to get fragments, like the Maledictus poster and the other 2 that you can only get from the port keys as drops, or at least for this event. It would be nice if they had a chance to drop in Forest Chamber 4 or higher, or something else where there was a much better chance for them to drop, but maybe we had to accomplish a bigger task. I've also considered they may give us tasks in the future that actually reward us with like 1 fragment of it. Like do a set of tasks, we get some rewards, and one of those rewards would be a fragment of it. I don't think that's overpowered. Giving us 1 fragment just helps us get along a little bit more when we've had bad RNG. Like I've gotten 2 drops, but they're both the Maledictus poster. So for the other 2 that I'm missing down here, it really doesn't help me too much. As I said, quicker video today. I just wanted to get that wizarding experience, move on to the 3rd set of tasks, really get to where I have to do fortresses. Because I'm going to go ahead and run those, move to the 4th set of tasks. In the 4th set of tasks, I'm going to go ahead and run all that stuff because it's all fortress related. Probably won't even make a video. I'll probably catch back up with you when I'm ready to move on to the bonus task, because that has some more interesting stuff that I can actually get out and about, and it actually makes a difference. Not something I can just do sitting at home with the night bus. As always, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Nox.